And the Red Raiders ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, it's Owens.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Just going to keep it after the snap. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Offense working from the pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this... What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the tight end showing the athleticism and diving to make that grab?
It's so nice as a quarterback, Reese, to have a tight end who's athletic and can make the play when it's not a perfect throw.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Out wide right, it's Hudson. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. A beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like this.
And he will score! Touchdown, Red Raiders! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Reed to throw. Left side, it's Riley. Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Straight ahead, it's Owens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Able to do better.
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Rides to the back. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Got his man. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
To the air, it's Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Changing the routes with his receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down to the air. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Reed, under pressure, and down he goes. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. And as their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moving the pocket, it's Hart. Out wide left, it's Riley. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just a short pass to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give to the back. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Hart. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The snap sets up to throw. Look out! Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck group or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Stepping to the right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Soft spot in the middle. And the Red Raiders peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. The run inside. It's Coleman Williams.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game. And let's just get him into a rhythm.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic, is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. And you just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing, Reed. Fires to the right. The throw to the outside is complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have two left to work with here in the first half. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Left side is Craver. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience. And
it's a seam wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the fourth sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Now here's Reed. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. Turning it on. The 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Tight end now in motion. Here's Reed to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Dropping back, it's Reed. Rush is on. Brought down.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Right side, it's Horton. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Fresh set of downs going up top. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Reed. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give is to Williams. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We get things going here with a look at Charlotte taking on the number 16 team, the Army Black Knights. And it's the 49ers sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Now Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country.
Texas Tech will start the drive, the offense ready to go. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
Making his first move. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. The give is to Williams. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Danzy. Could be an alley. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give is to Williams. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Quarterback changing the play. Moves the pocket. It's Hammond. They're all over it. Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Hudson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Quick completion on the out. Turns it on in midfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Throwing Reed. To the end zone, and is picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Here's Reed to throw. Looking left. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The give is to Williams. He's got enough. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Making the adjustment. Going to the run, it's Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The give. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And this is the definition of complementary football. Your defense takes the ball away, and the offense turns those takeaways into touchdowns. Fantastic run, great vision, but this has been so good. Their defense staying aggressive, getting the takeaways, and the offense capitalizing, David, with big plays.
And I wish I could say there was complementary football on the other side. They've complemented each other, and they both stunk. Like, both sides have been bad. Turning the football over, not scoring, like, dug yourself a huge hole in this football game. They better find something quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Hits inside, it's Owens. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Reed throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Looking to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Just barely got rid of it.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Hit as he throws. That ball never... Chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Second and long here. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. On the stop.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. He's got it. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly what.
Kearney on the Jets. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff.
Ready. Red 54, red 54.
Gets the back moving.
Ready, go.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
Well, the defense finally gets a stop there, but a big reason why they've got the lead right now is because of this.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on fourth down. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Lets it fly. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coach...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front, moving.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Right side, it's Coleman Williams. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
And, man, this defense has been so good today. They've built a lead. They know how to play.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped it, and he has to have it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. A&M comes back out with another first down. Quick give. It's Owens. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Officials stop the clock for a timeout. 3 seconds remaining in this one, and what will almost certainly be the last snap of the ball game. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Hand off from the shotgun. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.